Welcome back to Car Chat TV. I'm Oliver, and in today's episode I want to talk to you a little bit about plug-in hybrid cars, because we live in a world at the moment where people are pushing us over to get an electric vehicle, and we might not want that. But this is a great in-between. Plug-in hybrid gives a little bit of battery power, electric motor, and an engine. And in today's video we have got the Audi Q3 plug-in hybrid. This is the top spec black edition. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can make some big savings driving this car in a certain way. Let's talk about charging the vehicle up. So on this side, we have got your Type 2 plug you can do there. Now, if you've got a wall box at home, that'll work. This will only charge 3.6 kilowatts max. So you can either use a little wall plug that you've got through your front door, or if you've got a wall box, because you've got another electric vehicle, that will work as well. It's going to take from 0 to full in 3 hours, 45 minutes. And this is the black edition. You're looking at getting 27 miles of range. We are off and away in the Audi Q3 plug-in hybrid. It's the 45 Tfsi E. It comes in 3 trim levels: the Technic, the S-Line and the Black Edition. However, at the time of filming, August 1st of August 2023, the UK Audi website only offers the S-Line and the Black Edition. This is the Black Edition, and then we've got a 13 kilowatt hour battery, which we're going to be using to get our range from. Now, again, the different trim levels get different miles of range because of their options. So the Black Edition, this gets 27, the Technic gets 30, and I think the S-Line gets around 29. So those are the different miles to the range you can get for your battery. Now this is the Black Edition, this is the top trim level, and online you're looking at about £45,000. Now on the Audi spec sheet that they sent to me, it said it was £46,000 because it comes with a few options: comfort and sound pack, storage pack, and the dynamic suede seats, which is £400. Now, I think we spoke a little about the interior. It is what you would expect from Audi. The seats are great, they feel supportive, bolsters are great, but because it's the top edition, black edition trim, this is a little bit naff for me. I would have liked to seen a little bit of kind of leather upholstery up there. I've got a little bit on my door arm there, but it seems a bit lackluster. I don't know if they go a little bit easier on the plug-in hybrid version. It's the top trim level. It hasn't got keyless entry for standard. You have to pay for that, so there's no start-stop button. Have to use a key to get in. Again, it's the top trim level. Black Edition, I haven't got a panoramic sunroof. It's a top trim level. I don't have electric seats. It's the top trim level. I don't have a 360 camera, even though it's got the comfort and sound pack, which gives me a tailgate and the Sonos sound system, but not keyless entry and the 360 camera. So I just feel it's still a lot of money, and it's the top trim level, but for some reason I still feel a little bit left without certain things. Like materials, I expected to see a little bit more materials around the cabin. Like we've got some kind of wire mesh basket weave effect here, and then on your top part of your dash there's no leather or leatherette finish. It's just what you expect even in the lower trim levels. So there is elements, when I start to look around a bit, I start thinking this is the top trim level, the Black Edition. And I'd like the badges to be black. They're not. You know, the frame's black and the window trim's black, I get it. But again, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being weird. Like, let me know in the comments. This is just how I'm feeling at the moment. Let's talk about the looks and the aesthetics of this Q3 plug-in hybrid then. So second gen, nothing really changed since 2019 when they brought this out. We've got it a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more angular. We've got the single frame grille here going around. It's the Black Edition, so we have those black elements. I would like to see a bit of a black 4 rings there and black badging. like you do see on some other black editions of Audi. Some cool intricate details here. I do love these vents. They are plastic, but they just add to the look. And then what we've noticed with Audi, as they've evolved their cars, if you look back at the Gen 1, you look at the lights, how they've changed. They were still kind of angular, but a little bit more sleeker, and now they've just added bits on and jolted a bit down here and changed the form, but it's still aggressive. Aggressive creases here. These wheels, these are 19 inches. If you spec up a black edition now, today, 2023, August, you get 20 inches on your black edition. So that's changed a little bit. Black roof rails. If we come around the back, it's always a lovely place to be to look at. You've got a little spoiler there. It's a little bit dusty. We've had our way with it today, Audi. And gorgeous. Sharp rear lights here. You can always tell if it's the hybrid version. You've got a little E on there, the 45 Tfsi E. And I think it kind of looks pretty cool, although this colour didn't go down too well. Turbo blue is been discontinued. You can't do it anymore. So I can't really sell that. So you'll have to go for another one. I think they do a Navarro blue. And then around the side, you just see the same really. What do you guys think about it? A few S-Line badges here. What do you think about the overall look and appearance of the Q3 plug-in hybrid? I'd love to know what you think in the comments down below, so let me know. Before we talk any further, I want to talk to you about competition, because when you're in the market for a plug-in hybrid, you're going to be looking around at all the different types of options available to you. And one of my good friends actually got down to a Range Rover Evoque plug-in hybrid, which was 49k starting, and he was looking at one of these. And obviously if you go for the Technic, the 40k, which I can't seem to find on the website, and I'll probably repeat myself a lot, I don't care. And then you've got the S-Line 43k and the Black Edition 45k. You're saving quite a lot of money. £4,000 if you're going from the Black Edition top spec to just the entry 49k Range Rover Evoque. But I think if you were being honest with yourself, would you rather a Range Rover Evoque plug-in over this? I'd be interested to know what people's thoughts are. You've got other things as well. You've got the Volvo XC40 Recharge T5, that's around 42k. You've got the BMW X1 plug-in hybrid, again 42, 43. But if you are a bit of a brand snob and you want a German badge, and you definitely get that with Audi, don't you? What I would like to know is, what would you rather get as a plug-in hybrid over an Audi Q3 plug-in hybrid for this price point? Let me know in the comments. Right, let's have a little look at Practicality and what the boot has got to offer, because there was some legroom and headroom in the front of the car. Back of the car, not so much, a little bit tight and cramped. And then we've got the boot, 380 litres of boot space. So the car is practical, but there are bigger boots out there. In some of the other Q3s, you're looking at 420 litres, maybe a little bit more, because the batteries on the plug-in are here at the back. Now, in this 380 litres of boot space, you've also got the cables. Look, and you're going to see you coming with these. Look at these, fluorescent yellow. Zap. But I will be charging up with this 3-pin plug at home. But that's the best way to do it, I think. Having a little charge every night at home. But 300 litres, 380 litres of boot space. Have a little good look under there. A few little nooks and crannies for you to put some stuff as well. But still very usable. Let's talk about miles per gallon, because a lot of us get into plug-in hybrid vehicles because we want good MPG. Now, Audi say that this Black Edition can do 148.7 miles to the gallon. Wow, miles to the gallon, whatever. Now, a lot of manufacturers overstate their claims, don't they? Because that's such a lot. And at the moment, I'm actually getting 72.8 on average MPG, which is very, very good. It's not quite 148.7, but it is a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my trip, and we're going to do a little bit of what we're getting over the course of today's video, because I think that's quite interesting. But again, it's always good to see from real life world owners out there what you guys are getting on your MPGs and your plug-in hybrids. So let me know what car you're driving. And then also stick around, stay tuned, do not go anywhere, because I'm going to show you what mode to put this car in to maximize your savings. Okay, now Audi say that this can do 0 to 62 in 7.3 seconds. I'm going to get it in dynamic mode, which basically will make it the accelerator a little bit more responsive. I've got traction control off, and I've got it in S. Let's give it a little bit of a launch. Feel that 7.3 seconds. Oh, that's a quick change. Oh, there we go. Can hear the engine, the 6-speed gearbox, and there's 60. That was pretty good. That was pretty quick. It got up. I felt the electric motor help and kick in. 7.3 seconds. I think that's quick enough. 242 brake horsepower, and the gear changes went woo, woo, went through. What a really good noise there, Oliver. I enjoyed that. That was everything in dynamic, traction control off, a little bit of a launch. I think this is more than enough power for those that are looking at this car. Okay, it's time to talk about savings. Now, a lot of people that buy a plug-in hybrid jump in the car and they immediately leave it on auto hybrid, and that is when the engine's working and the electric battery's working and the motor's working. Now, that I'm saying most people, not everyone, but majority of people. Now, that can be fine if you're doing a long journey, but that is not where you're going to save the money. If you're doing short journeys to work and back daily, I suggest putting it in EV mode, and the EV mode in this, you can do up to 87 miles per hour. It's not one of those cars where you can only do like 30 miles per hour in your EV mode. And I would charge it every night, because I'm in EV mode now and I'm just cruising and I'm chilling out. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to charge it up again, straight up to get my 27 miles of range in my 13 kilowatt hour battery. Now, what that's going to do, if I do that every day and I don't put it on auto hybrid, I'm not going to need to use any fuel whatsoever from my fuel tank. So that means my fuel's just sitting there, saving me money, and I'm not having to go and fill up. And then it's there when I need it. Now, say at the end of the month I need to make a big journey, I can go and use the auto hybrid, and it uses a little bit of both. But I think what's important is to remember just to charge it up when you get back, because it's only 3 hours and 45 minutes to full, remember? And every day you can just use that EV range, and that's what I love about this hybrid. You've got everything. It's 3 cars in one. You know, it's an electric vehicle, it's a hybrid, and it's just an internal combustion engine car. And you can nitpick and choose. And as long as you're asking yourself those questions, right, what do I need today? Let's do that. Then you can save money. Another great feature as well is when you press the EV button, you've got a thing called battery charge. Now, this actually makes your engine work a little bit harder, but I found it really helpful when harvesting miles back into your battery. So give that a try as well. I want to talk to you a little bit about suspension and comfort levels. We've got a number of settings we can go through, but we'll talk more about that later. At the moment, on the A roads and the B roads that have been smooth, it's been fine, it's been comfortable. The handling is great as well, just what you expect from an Audi. And I've got Adam in the back at the moment in the rear seats, and it's always good to find out what it's like from a passenger's point of view. So Adam, talk to me about comfort levels.
Okay, so we're in the back of the Audi, and I wasn't really sure what to expect really, because I haven't been in the back of a Q3 before, and I don't really pay too much attention to Audis. But what I will report is it's quite compact. It's a bit more compact than I thought it was going to be. It being sort of like a SUV-ish car. Let me just report the leg room here, knee room. There's not a ton of leg room here, so if you were, a taller male or female, you would struggle a little bit. And I think, to be honest, if you had 2 people in here, I feel like you'd be sort of like rubbing shoulders. There's definitely not enough room for a 3rd person. But headroom, I've got plenty of headroom. Seats are actually quite comfy. I will say that the seats are quite comfortable. They're quite soft as well, and you sort of do sink into them quite nicely, which is good compared to other SUVs. But other than that, it's pretty average. There's no USB ports, nothing, no treats like that. There's no sunroof in this one, so yeah, it's what it is. The nets are a bit weird, sort of in front of you. I feel like if your kids are in the back and they were to pull on those over a few years, they're going to break. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
So we're coming to the end of our video today, and I told you at the start, near the beginning, that we reset the trip to find out what MPG we would be getting, because Audi say that this Q3 plug-in hybrid on the Black Edition could do 148.7 mpg. Wow, that's a lot. So I've got it here, and I'm averaging 61.4 miles per gallon. Now, it's not quite up the top there, what they've stated, but a lot of manufacturers do overstate what you can actually get. But I still think that's really good, 61.5, and that included me doing a little bit of a launch, and we have been out and about all day, really putting this car and testing it for all different types of activities. And I think that's good, 61.5 mpg. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. So that has been our episode on the Audi Q3 plug-in hybrid. Let's talk about what we found out today. Let's summarize. We've taken it on the road. We've seen how it handles the suspension. We've spoken about the range, what kind of miles you get with that 13 kilowatt hour battery. And I've given you some money saving tips on how to drive the car properly and for what use you're going to use every day. I would love to know what you think about the car in the comments below. Remember, let me know what other car you would have, other plug-in hybrids out there over this. That would be interesting. As always, throw me a like if you like the episode. Get yourself subbed to Car Chat TV, and I'll see you on the next one.